We're starting with a new chapter today. The name of the chapter is statistics. Okay. Now, what is statistics? Statistics is a study which deals with collection of the data, presentation of the data, analysis, analyzing the data so as to draw a conclusion. Okay. Now, what is this data? Anything that is given to you is called data. Okay. Now, we have learned statistics in our lower standards also. Okay, and we have heard about this table also, grouped frequency distribution table. Okay, in this chapter we will be given this grouped frequency distribution table always. Now, in this grouped frequency distribution table, what is given to you? Always two things will be given. One is classes and the second is frequency. Okay, classes, this is how classes look, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 and so on. And frequencies, they will be given like this. Okay, and then several questions will be asked to you based on this table, right? Now, coming to classes. Classes are of two types. One, the first type is called discontinuous class and the second is called continuous classes. Okay. Coming to discontinuous classes, how they look, how discontinuous classes look. For example, you can see the first column 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Where the first class ends 1 to 10, it ends at 10. The second doesn't start from 10, it starts from 11, 11 to 20. The second ends at 20. The third doesn't start from 20, it starts from 21. So can you see there is a break, there is a discontinuity here. The first one ends at 10, second starts from 11. There is a break here. Okay, there is a discontinuity. That is why these type of classes are called discontinuous classes. Okay, one more type is there. They are called continuous classes. Continuous classes, how they look, let us see. Continuous classes, they look like this, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Where the first one ends, the second one starts from there, 10. Where 10 to 20, where the second one ends, 20, the third one starts from 20, 20 to 30 and so on. Okay. Now, to convert discontinuous classes to continuous, there are two steps. Okay. Step number 1, find x, the difference between consecutive lower limit and upper limit, and then divide this difference by 2. Okay. What we will do then, after finding this x, what we will do, subtract x from the lower limit and add x to the upper limit of every class in the given set of discontinuous classes. Okay. Let us convert discontinuous classes to continuous for an example. Now, if you see the first column, the classes given are discontinuous. Let us convert the same discontinuous classes to continuous. Now, how to do that? First, find the difference between consecutive lower and upper limits and divide it by 2. Consecutive lower and upper limits. Now, the first class ends at 10 and the second class starts from 11. The difference between lower and upper limit is how much? 11 and 10. The first one ends at 10, the second one starts from 11. Means what is the difference? The difference will be 11 minus 10. Subtract the difference, take the difference and divide it by 2. So 11 minus 10 upon 2 you do. So 11 minus 10 is how much? 1. 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2, the value is how much? 0.5. This is the value of that x. Okay. Then what to do with the 0.5? Subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper limit. Subtract x from the lower limit and add x to the upper limit. So when you subtract x from the lower limit, 1 minus 0.5 gives you 0.5. And when you add 0.5 to the upper limit, 10 plus 0.5 gives you 10.5. So what we will get? 0.5 to 10.5. The second one the same way. Subtract 0.5 and add 0.5. Subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, add 0.5 to the upper limit. 11 minus 0.5 gives you 10.5 and 20 plus 0.5 gives you 20.5. The third one also the same way. Subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper limit. So 21 minus 0.5 gives you 20.5 and 30 plus 0.5 gives you 30.5. So the last class becomes 20.5 to 30.5. This is the way we convert discontinuous classes to continuous. Now we will learn how to find class mark or midpoint of a class. For example, class mark. What is the meaning of the word class mark or midpoint? Class mark or midpoint is nothing but lower limit plus upper limit, the whole upon 2. Lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. It is denoted as xi in this entire chapter. In this entire chapter, it is denoted by the letter xi. Now, suppose these are the classes. 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. And what is class mark? Lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. So it is lower limit of the first class. If you consider the first class, it is 1 to 10. The lower limit of the first class is 1, upper limit is 10. So lower limit plus upper limit upon 2 means what? What it will be? 1 plus 10 upon 2. And 1 plus 10 is 11. 11 upon 2. 11 upon 2, the value is 5.5. Similarly, the next one. The second class is 11 to 20. How will you find the class mark? Lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. The lower limit is 11. Upper limit is 20. 11 plus 20. 11 plus 20 is 31. 31 upon 2 will give you 15.5. Similarly for the third class, okay, 21 to 30 is the third class, lower limit plus upper limit upon 2, that is 21 plus 30 upon 2, which is 51 upon 2, 51 upon 2 will give you 25.5. Just like we found class marks for discontinuous classes, the same way, if you see in the first column, the classes are discontinuous. The first one ends at 10, the second one starts from 11. There is a discontinuity. Now we will see for continuous classes. The class mark value, we have to find it in the same way. Suppose these are the classes 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. The class mark is found in the same way. Class mark value, you get it as lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. So 0 to 10, so 0 plus 10, 10 upon 2, it will be 5. The next one, 10 to 20, it will be 10 plus 20 upon 2, 30 upon 2, it will be 15. The third one, 20 to 30, 20 plus 30 upon 2, that will be 50 upon 2, that will be 25, right? Now, coming to class width, very important definition, class width. Class width H is found by subtracting two consecutive lower limits or two consecutive upper limits. Subtract any two consecutive lower limits or two consecutive upper limits, you will get the value of class width. Okay, class width H can also be found by subtracting two consecutive class marks also. Okay, if you see class marks, two consecutive class marks. Suppose 15, the first column if you see, 5.5, 15.5. If you subtract them, 15.5 minus 5.5, how much is the value? 10. 25.5 minus 15.5, how much is the value? 10. Same way in the second column also. If you see the second column, 15 minus 5, how much is the value? 10. 25 minus 15, how much is the value? 10. So class width H can also be found by subtracting two consecutive class marks. Okay. Also, if we add class width H to one class mark, we get the next class mark. Okay. So for example, if you see the second column, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, the class marks are 5, 15, 25. The first class mark is 5. If you add the class width was 10. If you add 10 to that 5, you will get the next one, 15. If you add 10 to that 15, you get that next one, that is 25. This is what is the meaning of if you add class width to one class mark, we get the next class mark.